There's a market in London most people have never heard of that sets the price of gold and silver for the entire planet.
LBMA is the independent precious metals authority for the local London market.
It's called the LBMA, the London Bullion Market Association. When you check the price of gold on your phone, you're looking at their benchmark. For decades, it's run like a machine. But on October 10th, 2025, one part of it came under extraordinary pressure. The London silver market seized up. No liquidity, no metal to move, and no way to access the metals investors rightfully owned. That raised a much bigger question, one that reaches far beyond silver. What happens when a market built on paper claims is suddenly forced to produce the real thing? So what actually is the LBMA? Think of it as the wholesale market sitting underneath everything, where central banks, refiners, and bullion banks trade physical gold and silver. It sets the global benchmark price and it clears trades through a system most investors never think about. Here's the catch. The vast majority of gold and silver traded in London is unallocated. That means you don't own a specific bar. You own a claim, an IOU against a shared pool. And this is the part that matters. The same ounce can sit behind several different owners at once. As long as everyone doesn't ask for their metal at the same time, it works. It's fractional reserve banking, but for gold and silver. The whole thing runs on trust, on leases, and on one quiet assumption that almost nobody will ever actually demand the physical metal. The only problem was they did, and they all did it in October of 2025. When tariff fears hit, traders scrambled to pull silver out of London and rush it to New York. Suddenly, everyone wanted the actual metal, and the actual metal wasn't there. Look at the numbers. Between London and New York, there were tens of thousands of tons of silver on the books. But strip out everything locked inside ETFs, and the truly available free float in London's vaults was barely 1,000 tons. Lease rates. The cost to borrow silver exploded past 30%. The markets fell into backwardation, where metal in your hand today is worth more than a promise of metal next month. That's the market screaming that physical is scarce. Then came the telling part. To keep London supplied, traders started flying silver across the Atlantic. More than 50 million ounces poured into London in a single month from New York, Shanghai, and Switzerland. An emergency transfusion to keep the system alive. And in the aftermath, the LBMA itself proposed something revealing. Switching from monthly inventory reports to weekly, so the market could get an early warning the next time the vaults run dry. Now, here's why this should get every gold owner's attention. Gold sits on the same architecture. On the COMEX, some estimates put paper claims at around 100 ounces for every ounce of physical metal in the vault. Back in 2016, that ratio hit a record of 542 to 1. And the cracks are already showing. In early 2025, withdrawal times at the Bank of England's gold vaults reportedly stretched from a normal 2 to 3 days out to 4 to 8 weeks. Most recently, COMEX saw a delivery crunch involving 100 tons of bullion, with long-term buyers demanding the real thing. The paper market was built on a single assumption, that almost no one would ever ask for the metal. October 2025 was the moment a lot of people asked at once. First movers got their bars, everyone else got promises and a place in line. So ask yourself the question we started with. Do you really own gold if it's only on paper? If you want more practical insight from people who understand the precious metals market and how to navigate it, like and subscribe.